Welcome back, Ryan 2020 girls. I hope you are having a wonderful second week of fall to start, no matter what area of the country you are in. I am really excited to be kicking off what I am calling Hot Topic Tuesday, of course featuring the Tuesday Topper. So I'm just excited to show you some of the different items I like to pair back with it. Again, maybe expected, maybe not expected, maybe it just gives you one more thing to try at your shows. Of course, at the end, we'll get into some unique styling ideas around the Tuesday Topper. But let's just jump right in because this is a little bit longer of a video. So starting with this amazing outfit. So I paired the step out skirt with the Chance blouse. Chase blouse. I don't know why I always mix those up. It's October, I should know better. And then adding the Beast belt in there. Gorgeous, gorgeous combination. Of course, the Delight scarf that we put with everything. So little side note here, I think that the Tuesday, well, okay, let's back up. I found the Tuesday Topper to be a little challenging this season with clients in that they would put it on and they'd love it, but they wouldn't order it. And it was, to me, one of these pieces that is beautiful and luxurious and like the color, but it felt a little too boxy. They didn't know how to wear it. They didn't know how to style it. So I've worked through some of that with them, but that's part of the reason I like to highlight this. One of the things I think this does look better with the sleeves rolled up. Obviously, if it's snowing outside, you're going to want your sleeves down, but I just feel like it makes it a little bit lighter, a little more user-friendly. So, you know, our little rolling trick that we all should know by now, which is that nice long roll and then a little 3/4 roll on top of that. So you still see some of the cuff and makes it kind of zhuzh it, as Jeannie likes to say. Although I don't like to zhuzh mine up that far. I like it a little lower down on my forearm. So anyhow, fabulous outfit. If you're not selling the Chase or the step out or the Tuesday Topper, throw this little outfit up on the grid. I think it presents beautifully and is amazing. Okay, so moving right along. Oh, and also, you know, this is, where goes the belt, is going to be great with the pivot jogger, right? So that, a flat, a booty, you call it. I would tuck, you know, front tuck your Chance blouse with this combination. Get rid of some of these things here. So next, how about the Hot House blouse? Ah, love these autumn tones with this rich gray, this rich slate gray. So beautiful. Of course, back to the button flies, showcasing the red and the waistband for that if you're tucking in. If not, at least you get the nice, you know, element of the denim there. Also really like it back to the slim boyfriends. You know, if you have a creamy white jean, that would look fantastic too. So really enjoy those tones together. How about the St. Regis? Now you're probably selling a lot of this already, and this might be a little more expected, but I just think it's so rich, so beautiful. Again, that dark, dark on dark, monochromatic, tonal. It's big in men's fashion right now, also big in women's, kind of going dark on dark, but love, love that. Pair that back to your fun animal print shoe or booty, or bring it back to our little booty from last fall. Love it. Now another little side note on the St. Regis blouse, I never show it with black underneath. So a lot of women don't want to wear a bra underneath it. Great, I say do that at night. It can be a little sexy and wonderful. But I almost always show this unbuttoned with a cami underneath. So I like to invite women to take a colored cami. Not crazy about it with our red one this season, but maybe, you know, a burgundy, so or a blue red, or maybe a dark green, so one of the gem tones. But for demonstration purposes, I show it with the white. So the black, to me, just, you lose the whole gorgeous element of the lace detail. But when you pair it with white, voila, you see that. So we could even do a little layering here. So you've got your white, whether you leave it open. I'm a big fan of buttoned shirts worn open, or, you know, close it on up. Up here, of course, your scarf back here. Ah, love it. And then any bottom, really, you can do any bottom there. All right, moving right along. The ascot top, great underneath here, with a variety of bottoms. I usually do this with the jogger, just because like everybody out there, I'm obsessed with the jogger. So love that little combination. Love the ascot with an animal shoe too. Really a fun play on patterns and really complementary to one another. And then when we're talking the casual, we always want to show something that's a little casual. We could take our Serenity Tee, again, in red. Don't really like the green with this, so I'd stick with the red. But whew, those red tones, obviously the animal belt, any one of our necklaces, nice together. And then lastly, the fitted pivot tee. Also kind of a no-brainer, but those rich gray and black tones. I love this even back to the Miranda skirt, an over-the-knee boot, maybe even like a burgundy boot. And then, of course, the burgundy would pair back with all the colors and our scarf. That is such a cute outfit with the skirt. So there we have some items that go with the Tuesday topper that you may or may not have thought about on your own. Okay, so let's talk about styling tips. So you may have noticed with my Tuesday topper, I took the Beast belt, did it on the outside, kind of cute, I love it. But what I did do, I want you to notice, I am petite, and this is a great styling tip for your petite gals. So this, when worn completely closed or just without this turned back, can be a little boxy on a petite frame. It can be boxy on somebody who's large-breasted as well. So what I like to do with this is give a little bit more of an open V effect. So I like a wider collar. I just turned back the lapels and then belted it over the outside, and then that stays open. It just gives it a nicer open feeling, and then you can pop this and make it more peplum-y if you want. So I just want to show you kind of the difference in if I did it this way. Okay. Oh, and incidentally, if you don't know, if you're never sure what to do with the extra flap of your belt, just to have a little hair tie, slip it through the end of your belt, and then boom, voila, kind of fixes it all up. Hair tie just like a little girls wear, or maybe us big girls wear still. But anyhow, just see how that's just not quite as flattering. So, just turn your lapel like so, and just gives it a little bit different feel. So that's your first styling tip. Second, and there's a few, so you might want to refill your coffee. So I'm going to do a quick change, and I'm not naked underneath, so don't worry, and don't mind my beige bra and my burgundy cami, old cami cabby color, but still a good one. So, and the reason I'm doing this is for demonstration purposes, because I think you'll be able to see better without the crossover cami, which looks great underneath this underneath. So again, I want you to just kind of see the difference and how this feels when it's open. Now, fashion tape is your friend here. What I will do at the end of the season is I will actually tack down my lapels so that it stays open, because I'm never gonna really button it up. But anyhow, little idea there. Okay, so let me think. First in everything we're gonna do going forward, of course, involves the Delight scarf. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so many of you saw last week's Bond blazer video, so this is going to be a little reminiscent, but why not employ some of the same techniques with the Tuesday topper? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this around the back side, nice and wide, and then I'm going to, oh my gosh, fish it through the hole right here at my waist. It's going to be kind of different for everybody, but should be the second from the bottom. And then very simply, I'm just going to tie it. Again, open the lapel, tie it here in the front. Simple, elegant, great little detail. You can do it off to the side, you can do it in the front. So that's a way to keep it closed. Now, another thing you can do is to actually bring this through to the other, bring it through, I'm bringing it through the loop from the other side. And a lot of times, gals, this is just about playing, you know, with the clothes. Oops, I lost that side. Doesn't really matter. But, you know, you can take it over and like that. And don't get me wrong, if you or your clients prefer it this way, you can do it that way. This is just what I prefer for my body shape. Okay? Now, being petite, and you don't have to be petite to do this, but I'm still a huge fan of empire waistlines. So let's take that same technique, but do it a little bit higher. So I'm going to come to the second, or rather the third hole down. And then I'm going to make a little knot here. This is easier than trying to wrap the scarf around the button. So I'm going to make a tiny little knot with a hole. Okay. And then I'm going to slide that over the button and I'm going to cinch it up tight. Ooh, I even got them the same length. Imagine that. Okay. And then I'm going to bring it up, whether it's a knot or a little bow, something like that. I really don't know how that's looking on your end, but this camera angle is horrible for me. So hopefully you're getting the idea on that. Okay. Oh, one of the other things I wanted to show you. Let's just move this down. I'm going to move this down to the button. No, I'm not. It's going to take it back down to the natural waist. Sorry. And I'm going to fish it through that hole again. It's at the waistline. Now I'm going to take this back here and I'm going to fish it through and do a knot. I'm just kind of doing it over. You just want the tail end of the knot to be going down towards the floor. That's what gives it a pretty little knot. And then if we do that little knot detail here and put it on our button, here we then have kind of that Bon Blazer look where you know, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but it just makes your jacket look a little more interesting, right? And then we could tie that up if we wanted to. Okay, so just play with that. And okay, so next I'm going to take the scarf and I'm going to fold it in half and I'm going to fish it through the second buttonhole down. And I'm going to pull it through and I'm going to make it kind of big enough so that I can put it over my head. Okay, so what happens here is then you can little fluffles around. So, you know, depending on, you can do it more modified, a little bit wider. But what's cool about this, it's kind of like the lariat scarf trick that we do, you know, with our scarves all the time. But So again, just once you get into place. But it stays here now because it's through the buttonhole. So you get this nice little just flounce, and I love when scarves just dangle like this. But you have this shawl effect around your face, highlighting your face. You can still see your jewelry. It's not hanging right in the middle. It's just a nice off-center, beautiful way to do this. So we can do that. And then you can, and I have it over the collar right now, but if you don't want to see that much of the scarf, we can pop our collar, put it underneath, roll it under the collar, and then just cinch that up a little bit. And then it's a little bit more modified, you know, make it look kind of soft and elegant and lovely, right? Okay, so there's that. And then, you know, we can bring this all the way around here. You can do it so that it's more, you know, just kind of almost like a necklace detail if you want. So play with that. Then, just have to remember, there's so many things and I didn't write them down. Next, and this is going to be awesome for women with short hair, and we're going to pretend like I have short hair right now because it's a lot easier to do this without my hair in the way. So we're going to button the top button. Then I'm going to take the scarf in half, pop your collar up. We're going to go all the way around and back. Loose-ish. Looks like I didn't do it very evenly. Okay. And then just bring it over to the side. Okay, it's sloppy, but you're going to get the idea. Tie it into your little deal here. And then unbutton the button. So what I love about this is that it's just, you know, you've got the collars showcased, it's popped just a little bit. Again, you know, if you want to, so fun to just really pop it. But then this is open. So it's kind of just very stylish. Sorry, this is supposed to go over here. So I'm not knotting the whole thing because I have to take it off, but so that's over there. You know, you've got this nice open feel. Love it. Don't want to pop your collar. You're not a collar popper. Just lay it down. Okay, so we're getting near the end here. Thanks for hanging in there with me. So now I'm going to bring this all the way around. Of course, that is just lovely and beautiful by itself. But now, let's just, you know, a lot of people ask me, where do you come up with these ideas? It's literally taking pieces that I either find a challenge or wish I could sell more of, or I love, but you know, what can I do different? How can I make it, how can I set myself apart? You know, how am I going to get somebody to stop me and ask me where I got that jacket? And it's just playing in front of the mirror. So, you know, I just encourage you to do that in all of your spare time because I know you have a ton of it. So yes, I'm just feeding this through. It's like sewing your in and out. And actually, I just discovered what I just did. Okay, so I'm just going in and out like this. But if you wanted to, you could almost do like a whip stitch and come through. Look, we discover something together while working. If you wanted to whip stitch it all the way down, up, you could. But for my tutorial purposes, we're just going to go in and out. So this is just kind of a fun little detail here. And then I just take this one and I put it underneath, like that. Again, keep it open, just let it be open. You've got this nice little kind of element of color and design on one side that just, again, makes it look like, what did she do? So cool. This will just drape. And then we can also take this back over here if you want, so that you have the drape on this side and then this coming down that way, right? No pockets, forgot about that. And then if you really just want to highlight this, you know, just roll this around and tuck it underneath. so that it's just like so. You know, it's just, it looks like, oops, that's a little longer than it should be. But it just looks like a fun little artistic piece that you bought at a boutique or something, right? Okay, and then lastly, you can also just take this over to the side here. And because this is a little long, easy to adjust, just gonna pull it up like this. This gets a little bit longer. You know, throw this, I love the element of throwing your scarf over the back side. You know, it just kind of drapes down. And we can have a little longer of a drape if we make this a little bit shorter. So fun, so fun. So those are my tricks for the week. Have a wonderful mid-October and hope to see you again soon. Bye.